guys, what's up and welcome back to our channel. Today's video is going to be another pregnancy update. I am turning 21 weeks pregnant today, so this video is going to be a little bit of a catch up since the last one I did. I think I was 12 weeks pregnant, but you know, with the holidays going on and everything, it's been kind of hard to keep up with everything. I usually write down the symptoms that I feel from week to week, but I guess baby brain got the best of me because for some weeks I didn't write down anything. So I'm gonna just try to go by and remember as best as I can. And I think after the first trimester, your symptoms don't really change as much from week to week anyway, so I don't think there'll be really much that I missed out on. But let's start with week 13. For that week I did write down increased appetite, not sleeping a lot, fatigue, and headaches. I remember from about 13 weeks until probably around 16 weeks, I would get really bad headaches, especially if I didn't eat frequent meals throughout the day. I guess it probably had something to do with my blood sugar, but those were pretty miserable. Thankfully, I'm not dealing with those anymore now. Let's see. Week 14 and 15, I wrote down still not sleeping well, baby brain, very forgetful, fatigue. Oh, and at week 15, I really started feeling the baby kick and not just flutters, so that was really fun. And then week 16, I have just some headaches and the start of acid reflux. Acid reflux is one of the worst pregnancy symptoms for me. I had it terrible with Austin in my first pregnancy, but thankfully this one hasn't been as bad. I feel like by this point in my pregnancy with Austin, I was already popping Tums every day, and it's not nearly been that bad with this baby. But week 16 was also really fun for us because that's when we got to go find out the gender of our baby. We went and had a special pregnancy scan at 16 weeks at one of the ultrasound facilities that we go to in town. And we brought our mom along with us, my mom along with us, and we sat in there. We got to see them moving, we got to see them kicking, and then at the very end of the ultrasound, the tech was like, okay, so do you guys want to know the gender? And we're like, tell her, because we want it to be a surprise. And so then it gets me every time because they always make us leave the room and they keep my mom in there so they can tell her. And so we're having to sit on the couch outside the office while they're telling her the gender of the baby, and it makes me want to cry every time. But I'm always glad that we did it. If you guys haven't seen the gender reveal video yet, I'll put a link up above so you can go see it. You should check it out. It was a really fun one. We ended up doing egg roulette, and so 6 eggs were blue, 6 were pink, 11 were hard-boiled, and 1 was raw. And Paul and I both each took turns cracking eggs on our head until one of us got the raw egg, which was the gender of the baby. So I'm about to spoil it in case you haven't seen the video. So here's your warning. But Paul was the lucky recipient of the raw egg, and we did find out that we're having a baby girl, which we're so excited about. And we also did a name reveal video for her. We are naming her Dallas Grace Thomas. And we explained a little bit why in the video. But her name Dallas is a name that we have always liked, and that was actually going to be the name regardless of the gender, whether boy or girl. We just like the way the name sounded, and I'm a big fan of gender neutral names for girls. And then I also really liked the slight connection that it would have to our first baby, Austin, because they're both cities in Texas, which I thought was a special connection. And then her middle name, Grace, was actually first suggested by my mom. And I like the name, I think it's a cute name, but I was put off from it at first just because of the popularity of it. But the more I progressed in the pregnancy, I thought that it would be the perfect fit for our situation and what we're going through, because she's definitely God's gift to us and a blessing after everything that we've been through. So that video was really fun to make, and you guys go check out the egg roulette gender reveal, and you'll see the total shock on my face when the pink egg cracked, because at the beginning of my pregnancy, I had said that I thought it was a girl, and I did. But when mom came out of the room after they told her the gender, I for some reason had convinced myself it was a boy, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's a boy, it's a boy. And so I pretty much told Paul, I was like, I think based off mom's reaction, I think we're having another boy. And so he wasn't really paying attention either, and he's just like nonchalantly cracking the egg on his head. And so I'm sitting there, it's his turn to crack it, and I'm like, what is taking so long? Like, what, you know, usually he just cracks it and puts it down because it's not the raw egg. And then I look over and he's got egg all over his head and his hands and the table, and I see that the egg was pink, and I was just floored. We were so excited to be having a little girl. So that pretty much wraps up to week 16. And then week 17 through 20 is kind of where I forgot to write stuff down. But just off memory, the biggest things that I've been dealing with have been round ligament pain. I feel like after we filmed that gender reveal video, she finally decided to make herself known, and my stomach finally started to show, and I think she like had a growth spurt and caught up all at once because I was having so much round ligament pain, and then still really dealing with heartburn. And then week 20, we had our anatomy scan, or anomaly scan. There's called two different things. And my doctor again verified that we are having a little girl, so no new parts grew in the meantime, which was good because we had already started buying her clothes. And thankfully, the doctor called back a couple hours after we had our anatomy scan because she knows that we've lost a child in the past, and she didn't want us to worry, and she was like, I just want to let you know that your baby girl's looking great, perfectly healthy, absolutely nothing wrong. And so that was a big relief to hear, and we're thanking God for that, just to know that she's healthy. And we're so excited to meet her. Our official due date is May 4th, but I have a feeling that she's going to be born a little bit early. We have a couple videos coming up. We're going to be doing a haul for baby girl, just the stuff that we've bought so far. And we've also started working on the nursery. That's actually where I'm filming it today, this video. But it's still a bit of a mess because we're transitioning still from Austin's nursery to her nursery. And it's been kind of sad to take everything down, but I'm looking forward to doing a video to show you guys what his nursery looked like and kind of a before and after when we do finish baby girl's nursery. Thank you guys so much for those that have subscribed. If you haven't, make sure you click the subscribe button. It helps our small channel grow. And if you want to follow our story, click the subscribe button. Oh yeah, and before we go, I'm gonna get a quick bump shot of what my belly is looking like at about 21 weeks. So this is baby girl at about 21 weeks. She's finally started popping out, making her presence known. That's view from the front. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're not subscribed, make sure you go ahead and click that subscribe button, and we'll see you in our next videos. Bye.